Hello, it's Crystal Hill from CH Show. So showing you today how to connect your Google Analytics or G4 Analytics to Shopify. So right now, if you click on your online store tab and you go to preferences, you're going to be able to, you're going to see the stuff. You're going to see where you got your metadata. You're going to see all this right here. Okay. Now you can use Google Analytics and you can connect it. I connected it the old school way, but now they have like the G4. So I'm just gonna say change, and I'm gonna take this off. Okay, I'm just gonna say save for right now. Okay, and you like, I don't see this. I don't know where to find this. I don't know where to set this up. Okay, so you can also set up your pixel and all this stuff, and I'll go into that a little later. So right now, on the since we're doing analytics, we're going to go ahead and set up our Google Analytics. All right. So if you go to analytics.google.com, real simple, real easy to go, real easy to follow. Okay. Once you go to analytics.com there, all right, you're going to see all this stuff, and right now it's telling me because I just stopped the screen. It's going to be like, hey, we can't find your print shop. We can't find your stream, this, that, and the third. Oh, that's my son. So what you're gonna do now is that you are going to go into Google Analytics there. Okay. So once you go into Google Analytics, if you have not already set up a Google Analytics account, or you like very confused, like, oh my God, how do I do this? What you're gonna do? The first thing you're gonna do, you can go to your admin section. Now you can create a property or you can create an account. Okay, so if you create an account, I'll do this. I'm gonna create an account. Once I create an account, it's gonna say create the account name. You can do up to hundreds of accounts right here or something like that. So anyway, I'm gonna put Zodi Marketing. Okay, that's the company I work for, right? And so it's gonna ask you, what do you want this to do? You can select what you want. If you want to do Google product search, marketing, whatever. You're gonna say what? And see, now I got 89 accounts left. Okay, and so then it's gonna ask me what is the property name. I'm gonna put News Inc. Okay, that's one of the products that we sell. It's gonna ask me my reporting time. I'm in the United States. If you're in another country, put that there. Since I'm in the Chicago time, so I'm gonna put Chicago time. It's gonna ask me my currency. It's gonna be US dollars. That's all I need. I'm gonna say okay. Now it's going to ask me about my business. Because it's a small business, between 1 to 10 employees. It's going to ask me, what do you want this to do? Okay, I want to measure customer engagement, optimize my site. I want to optimize my advertising costs, increase my conversions. Whatever you want to do. I want to analyze my sales. I might want to measure lead generation. So I'm just kind of giving Google an idea of what I'm doing with the property. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Then it's going to say, okay, here goes all this stuff, yada yada yada. And I'm going to say okay, and I accept. Now, once I accept, it's going to ask me to create a data stream. Okay, I'm going to be doing for a website, so I'm going to say web. Now it's going to ask me to enter my website URL. And obviously, my website URL is newsinc.com. Okay, or if yours is like the Shopify or whatever, then you do Shopify.com. All right. So from there, on the analytics page, you're gonna enter. Well, obviously we don't need the HTTPS on there. Okay, right here it's gonna ask you, HTTP, HTTPS. So obviously we're HTTPS. And then you put music.com. I'll put my website. I don't need to put a dash anything, so I'm gonna put my stream. And I'm going to simply label it. So once I label the stream, I'm just going to So I'm gonna label this craft store. Okay. The craft store. You can keep everything as selected. And then you're gonna say create your string. All right. Once you have created your string, what you're gonna do right here is where it says Global Site Tag Manager. That's what you want. You're gonna do this, okay? And of course, it gives you your configuration ID, but you're gonna copy this. I always say just copy it, and then what I like to do, so I'll have it handy dandy or whatever, but I'm gonna keep the screen open. So I like to go to the screen there, and then I'm gonna put news, and put craft store tags. Okay. All right. So now we want this to be on all tags. And how you know that this is on all tags is that it's going to trigger every time somebody go through your site. All right. Later on, I'm going to show you how to do a tag manager and how to add the tags, and that really gives you the enhanced analytics that you're going to want. But this is just the basics for now. Okay. Well, this is going to help too, because basically this is going to help you identify the traffic. It's going to help you identify where they're coming from, behaviors, what are they going, where they're stopping, etc., and how they're navigating through the page. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to go back to Shopify. Once I go onto Shopify, I'm going to click on things. Now, just in case, you don't, you're like, oh, what if I mess up, girl, whatever. We're on your live things, you're going to create a backup. So you're just going to say duplicate. Create a backup because we already have what we want. Now that we have what we've created a backup of our site. So if we jack up something, do something stupid, we still have another site we can pop back up. All right. So what you're gonna do now? Okay, that's gonna save and all that. Cool, it's there, right? So we have a backup copy of our current live things. All right, and there's tons of things you can use. And it's one thing that I thought was so cute, I might use it. Okay, so from there, you're going to click on Actions. Once you click on Actions, you're going to go down here where it says Edit Code. Now, where you're going to look for is you're going to look for the page over here, and on that particular page, you're going to look for the thing that says Theme and Liquid. Okay, so you're going to look for the one that says Theme Liquid, which is right here. Okay, see that? All right, so now you're going to see this code, and this might look like gibberish to you. It's not gibberish. It's actually code that your stuff is made of, and it's Shopify user.liquid. So for everything to appear on the same thing, you're going to look for what we call a header tag. You see this right here? There's an open bracket that says head. There's a closed bracket, right? So this knows where the header starts. So you're going to put your thing here and enter 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right, and just do one more. So you're going to go right here on line 13. You're going to go back over here. If you still have this open, you're just going to copy this tag. Okay? Once you have copied the tag, you're going to go back over here to the code, and boom, you're going to enter your tag name inside of there. Then you just simply are going to press save. It's that easy. Once you have pressed save, now we need to wait a couple of minutes to make sure that our Google Analytics is reading it. And so what I want you to do is in a new tab, go to your website. So I'm going to hit, the website. I'm going to scroll through some pages. So I might go to this. I might go to something else, whatever. So I'm just going to scroll through some of the pages or whatever. So this is going to make sure that it's hitting. So when I go back to like my main store, and if I want to make sure that the tag is inserted into the page, look at this cool thing. Look at me down here. You're going to right click And what you're going to do is you're going to say view. Is it view page source or inspect? I think it's inspect. I want to say it's inspect. Is it inspect? Oh, yeah, yeah. So when you go up there and you go all the way on top, you should be able to see the code inside of the body. And it's normally in there somewhere. Give me a second. Let me see. Dot type, head. Oh, here you go. There go the header right there. All right, you see that? Where it says header? Inside of here, there's a head tag. And you're like, oh, I can't see what is a. Okay. If you come over here, if yours is looking like this and you don't see any of that, click this arrow, and there goes the thing. The same way you can go on another page as well. Let's say you go by departments, and we're just switching up site. That tag is still in there. So you're going into, I know this is like a little advanced and everything, but even though it is a little advanced, if you begin to click on those, you can, that's how you make sure that wherever the person is going through on your site, that Google tag is automatically coming in and it's letting the it's sending it to Google Analytics. So you're going to go ahead now from there, okay, because we have that installed. All right, now if we go to just our regular new exciting marketing, News Inc. is the property, okay. Whoa, and let's go back to my regular reports there. I'll move them. Okay. All right. So right now, obviously, I just connected this, and typically the data is not going to show right now. All right, but as you see, it is connected, and it is sending information because right now it's telling me, my users, where it's going to be at, all that stuff, and it's going to begin to break down, you know. And as you see, it's also letting me know, the different pages that I clicked on, how long I stayed there, etc. It's going to let you know all that information. And the way that I showed you guys how to do that is how you connect your analytics. Anyway, your page view. Now you can get deeper into this, and when you get a little deeper into this, that's when you also are going to create Google tags. And when you create the Google tags, you're going to be able to hit the e-commerce stuff and all types of stuff. So we're going to do that there. But that's how you connect your your Shopify. And if you need to go through, go through there or whatever, and you know, you can go through and click on little things like that. And sometimes you have to say okay to get the information and whatnot. But it's going to begin to give you all this information, the demographics, you name it. It's gonna be right there. So it's gonna be right there. It's definitely gonna be right there for you. So I hope that helped you connect your Shopify to your Google Analytics. All right. So until next time, my name is Crystal Health. I will see you guys soon. And again, I hope this was impactful and helped you.